What Allure Salon Suite Consulting does is we minimize your overall cost and we maximize your profit, leveraging our expertise in the salon suite development and management sector. Partnering with our team, we have firsthand experience and in-depth knowledge and have been involved in every aspect of developing and managing our own successful salon suites and facilities. Here are some of the steps and processes that are required when you're doing a private salon suite. One, you have to locate the real estate. Finding a suitable property and a landlord who is willing to make the investment into your property is key, and that's what we do best. We have our own real estate team that actually, looks for the properties, and then we find a broker in your area who could help us work the deal. Site vetting. We take a deep dive into the surrounding market and the competition and local business in that target market. We don't use heat maps. And the reason we don't use heat maps is because a lot of beauty pros, they go to beauty school right after high school, and then they end up switching careers. And when they switch careers, they still maintain their beauty license. And the reason why is that gives them access to all the professional stores. So your salon Centrics and your Cosmoprof stores. So when we're doing an actual project, what we do is we do a performa. And what this performa shows is it accesses the location to ensure that it aligns with the client's desired income potential using market insight, industry expertise to make informed decisions. So we're showing you exactly, what it's going to cost. We're showing you the potential income that you could actually expect from this site. And if it doesn't match your needs, we move on to the next one. Then it comes to negotiating your LOI and your leases. The first thing we do is your LOI, which stands for letter of intent. The letter of intent is your big ticket items in the lease. So that would be how much square footage you're taking. What is the cost per square footage? What are your CAM charges? What TI money contribution is the landlord willing to make? What is the term of your lease? When does your rent start? And that's how we kind of produce your LOI. Once the LOI is negotiated back and forth and each party, the landlord and the client actually signs it, then what we do is it gets passed on to the attorneys to go through the leasing process. And we actually stay involved through the leasing process because what we've seen is a lot of the commercial real estate leases that we see are kind of boilerplate. And you need somebody who's been involved with salon suites to take a look at that because there's some things that you want to pull out of there that wouldn't pertain to an actual salon suite. So moving on, it's the design. The design, we do work with architects. What that does is I've actually worked with several projects with our architects, and what it does is speeds the whole process up. You as a client do have the ability to work with the architect to maybe move a couple of things around, but we design the bones of the project. And what that does is it ensures your plumbing, your electrical, your HVAC, all of the big ticket items in these properties and these projects are done correctly. And then that's where you step in. Maybe you needed a smaller room or you wanted a waiting area. That's kind of where you get to put your design input into it. And then of course, you're able to put your brand, your colors, and all that kind of stuff and your personal touch into your brand. Then it comes on to our construction, providing the construction cost budgets and assisting in hiring key personnel like your contractors and even overseeing the entire project depending on state rules and laws that govern each construction, like commercial real estate. Then the marketing. So we've expanded our services into the marketing aspect. And what that means is we now have developed brands, logos, colors, brand sheets, and then we transport that into your social media, because during your construction is where we're trying to let people know that you're coming into the market, that this is your brand, that who you are. And those services we saw were key in, having a complete package and a complete service with our company. And then it's the facility opening, providing you with all the business material you need, getting you set up with the proper rent collections, text messaging, everything that we've done in our actual facilities. We help you and assist you in that portion too. So here are some of the examples of the work that we've actually completed and that are actually underway. So Haven Salon Suites is in Hampstead, North Carolina. They opened in October of 2024. Finesse was one of our first clients. He now has 2 locations in the Fredericksburg, Virginia area. Soho Salon Suites, he is in Brick, New Jersey, and he's actually looking for a second location. And then the Sweet House was our first attempt out of the United States in Canada. They're in Toronto. They actually has 2 locations. And some of the other projects that we're currently working on, Revive in North Raleigh, North Carolina, Believe Studios in Boston, Massachusetts, Allure in Dallas, Texas, and then Cove Salon Suites in Cincinnati, Ohio, and several more. Here's some of the current projects that are actually under construction. Christopher Columbus, these are the Salon Suites of Jersey City, located right on Christopher Columbus Drive. It is located in the heart of Jersey City in the Haas building. And this particular project is 8,000 square feet. 2 floors. We have a mezzanine area and we have a first floor. And then another one is Believe in Hanover, Massachusetts. And this one is under a multifamily unit, which we're seeing more and more people actually take advantage of this business model, because now the people who are in the apartments or condos above them, now they have all these amenities and all these beauty services right below them. So we're seeing a lot of investor groups reach out to us to help them set up their own private salon suites.